And good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mr. Kassarian, and welcome back to another episode of Industrial Rotation, episode 12. All right, guys, so what are we doing today? Well, we built ourselves a new processing system. All right. I'm using sorting machines from Blue Power. All right. If you know Red Power 2 sorting machines, this should look very familiar to you. We also currently have a bunch of stuff going on. I split off a steam line. You can see it coming down from there, and I don't know what's wrong with the lag today. I'm running Optifine, and it's kind of helping-ish. There's something down here that's being a pain in the neck, and it might be these transport pipes. So what I'm doing is I'm actually doing, instead of using a macerator, I'm using the rock crusher over here. Okay? So it's running. It's chewing through stuff. We have redstone engines, transport pipes, etc., etc., etc. You can see those guys come on. I'm actually... So I'll confess, I spawned in a gate because I was using this thing unattended. But again, this is kind of a test series, so all I did was I just set the gate to detect if this thing had to run or not, and then turn it on when it needs to run. So the advantage of using this is that you actually get, if we watch this, you get, when you crush the original ore, the centrifuged ore, you actually get, have a chance to get byproducts, all right? So we're getting byproducts out of this machine, which I really do like. Now, of course, we're using kinesis pipes here from Buildcraft, and I think it's these engines turning on and off that are doing it, actually. Yeah, I think so. Let me see when this thing comes on next. Let's see. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Okay. So it's those engines. Yep, there's your problem, boy. So what I'm going to do, actually, is I'm just going to sever this right there. So these guys turn off, stay off. We'll build up a supply of crap in here that needs to be processed, and that should be good. All right, so what else are we doing today? Well, I want to get something going that's a little bit better than that machine system right there. All right. So that machine works, or rather, that power transport system works, and the lag, my gosh, it's especially bad today. Huh. Well, that's interesting. What of you are running, by the way? Are any of you guys actually running? Thermal centrifuge is running. Okay. Well, it'll get better as we get away from it, and it drops out and it stops rendering as quite so much. All right, so let's come up here and let's see what we're going to do. So, we need to get some power going today. All right. And that means a couple new machines, because we're going to... Sorry, I hit the drop out of full screen button in my game and decided to really not like me for that. Let me see something here. Options, video settings. Oh, that's right. I removed Optifine. Ha! All right, I'll be right back. And we're back, guys. Okay. So, let's take a look. All right, so we have some flickering going on, but that's Optifine in a nutshell. All right. So the first thing we're going to need to get today is going to be... if I clear this for a second. Oh, forgot to put a bauble back on. Yoink. There we go. So the first thing we're going to work on today is going to be... Let's see. We want to get ourselves an alloy furnace. Courtesy... Alloy smelter. Courtesy of Ender.io. Yeah. Oh, gosh, that's expensive. Okay. So we're going to need 4 blocks of iron. So that's going to be 36 iron. Right? Alloy smelter, machine chassis, requires steel, and some of that, and a basic capacitor. Okay, so we need 4 gold, 2 redstone, and some copper. So, 4 gold, 2 redstone, some copper. All right. So let's get this rolling, shall we? So let's go copper, gold, and redstone to get a basic capacitator. And we're also going to need 4 steel. We're going to need 6 of these. All right. So let's just do this over here. Should be easier. Right. Okay. So that's... I forgot about this. All right, because iron bars, we actually need to come over here and get our lathe out. And lathe it up. All right. So that's going to go. We need our project table. Steel in the corners, capacitor in the center. And then we're going to need to get our 36 iron ingots. And we're going to have to come over here where we should have a compressor around here somewhere. There we go. And that'll compress down. Beautiful. Okay, so if we check this guy again, we're also going to need 3 furnaces. That's not an issue. Should have some of that in there. Kill that. 1, 2, 3. And so we go... Oh, let's move this around a little bit, shall we? So we go like this, like this. We get our 3 furnaces. Of course, I left them in this inventory by accident. We also need a cauldron. Which, if I remember correctly, I need 7 iron plates. So 7 of those. And let's chuck you in there. That's going to run. How's our lathe doing? We have those. Awesome. Okay, so now if we come back over to here, we have to clear this. We'll do this. Right. We'll do that, and then this, and then this gets us our iron bars that we need. And then we go like so. So we go like that, like this, and like this to give ourselves... Excuse me. Oh, right. Machine chassis. Beautiful. All right. So we have a machine chassis. Let's find our plates now. Flickering barrels are irritating, I know, but I think you guys would rather the flickering barrels rather than the frame lag from hell. So let's do this now. Like so. And like, that's the wrong hammer. To get ourselves a cauldron. All right. So then this goes here, and we should just now need our iron blocks. Block O iron. Thank you very much. I think I might turn off the harder recipes, the really expensive recipes. Alloy smelter. There we go. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to stick this guy here. We're going to get our wrench out, roll him over, wind this guy up so we can get some power in this guy. And there we go. So he's building up power. All right. So now we want to get ourselves some, because we're going to have to build ourselves some conduits. So let's look at what we have for conduits. So we can do that. That's 640. So each one of those down there is 4. 4 times 4 is 16. Plus 0, 160. So we should just be able to go with the standard energy conduit, which is just conductive iron. So that's just iron and redstone. Okay, well, that should be fairly easy. We have some redstone, and we should have some iron on us. So why don't we, let's see, 3... All right. Hold on. So it's 3 by, so I want to have... All right. Let's say 21. And let's get out the redstone we need. So let's do that, and let's do this. All right. So now we should have to chuck this in here and that in there. You know what? This is just going to take way too long to do it over here. So let's wind this guy up a little bit more. Just so we have some amount of power to do this with. Because what we're going to do is we are going to move this. Thank you. Conductive iron. Let's just move this. Give that guy a good whack. Actually, we can... That's right. We can save the power, technically. All right. So let's go back into our machine shop. And let's actually use the lower way to get over there. Because I just realized, wait a second, I'm producing a bunch of power here. I might as well just use the buncho power to do it. So let's come down the stairs. Take the shortcut. And I'll plop this guy here. And what I will do is I'm going to install a manual override and turn it on. All right. So that, and then that. And we'll do that for right now. Perfect. And that's actually building up power. Great. So we're going to have to let this run, basically. And while that's running, let's look at what we need for a capacitor bank. Okay. So the basic level 1 is basic capacitors. All right. 4 around a block of redstone. We could go all directly to the basic. You know what we can just do? Yeah, we'll just do the basics for right now. The basics store how much? 1 million? Yeah, so we'll just go for the basic capacitor banks. That seems like a pretty decent idea just to do right off the bat. Yeah. The basic ones should be fine, right? Okay, so to get a basic capacitor bank, we need 4 basic capacitors. So we're going to need 4 copper, 16 gold, and we have the redstone we need too. So let's go 4 copper, and I'm going to reduce the recipes to the less expensive versions because this is kind of silly to be spending quite this much. Okay, so then the capacitors go like this, right? And we need a block of redstone, which shouldn't be too hard to do. And 4 iron. There we go. And this will actually allow us to store this energy. Okay. The next we're going to need some conduit binder. And I'm out of sand again. You know what? We're going to cheat. Well, not really cheat, but we're going to not go hunting for sand because I don't want to. I just don't want to. Not what I want to do today. So we're just going to come over to here, and we're just going to chuck this into our macerator. Because if you macerate... Macerator. Did I already remove it? Oh, no, it's over here. Okay, good. Because if you macerate cobblestone, you get sand. And actually, it's probably going to be faster to do this in this machine. In the rock crusher. So let's do that, and this, and move this around, and let's do that, and let's do that. And then let's see how you're doing. Well, you're cooking. So for right now, why don't we just throw this back on there? Holy Moses. Oh, right, but it produces gravel. Crud. Yeah, well, you know what? It'll do the job. It'll just do the job. Don't worry about it. All right, so let's wait until we get 9. 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. 9? Anyone? Anyone? Oh, well, we already technically have 9. Right. Okay, and then how much sand do I have building up here? I have 2. And I need to get myself some conduit binder, right? So I need 2 sand, clay, and gravel. Gets me 8 of it. And then I get 4 per. Okay. Let me just double check that recipe again. So I need 6 gravel. There we go. Also, there's a chance that we're going to get some a diamond or two, a diamond out of that process. It's less than a 1% chance, so I wouldn't expect it to happen anytime soon. But, you know, it could happen. We could get wicked lucky. Okay, building blocks. Do I have any clay? Any clay whatsoever? No, I don't think I do. I really don't think I do. Crud. Well, crud. All right, I'll be right back. All right, so conduit binder time. So we go sand, sand, gravel, and then a little bit of clay gets us 8 conduit binder. Okay? And then each one of those is going to get us 4 conduit binders once it's been cooked up. So this gets us binder composite, and then we're going to cook it up. Apparently pyrite dust can't cook up. I didn't realize you can't just cook pyrite dust. Interesting. But what we're going to do for right now is we're just going to chuck this in there and put that back in there. And we should be getting ourselves some conduit binder. Awesome. All right. So we are getting conduit binder. 9, 13. Yeah. We'll just wait for it to process one more. There we go. And let's start with this up, shall we? So, what do we need to do? We need that block of redstone, don't we? All right. Not too difficult, right? Basic compressor should be in here. Block of redstone. Beautiful. Just jog over to here. Put the block of redstone in. Put in our 4 iron. And we get ourselves a basic capacitor. Great. Then we're going to put down our conductive iron. And some of this to get ourselves some energy conduit. All right. Beautiful. So now all we need to do is drop down to here. And we will plop this guy in wrong area. Let's turn all these off for a minute. And then let's, well, are you done? Yeah, you're done. Okay, good. So we will remove this. Pull all that off. And then what we'll do is we're just going to hook up our energy conduits. All right. And we're just going to throw our basic capacitor bank right there. And as you can see, we're very rapidly building up power. All right. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this off of by 1. I'll move it right there. And then we're going to run this line back to here. Awesome. Okay. So now that we have that set up, let's get a system to actually turn those steam engines on and off. Because this steam engine, it's actually stealing steam from my workshop area, right? This is the workshop line that goes to the 2 turbines over there. So it's actually stealing the steam out of there to run those things. So I just, because it's honestly less used continuously. All right. So the next thing we're going to want to get is what's called a power monitor. Power monitor. All right. So it's a machine chassis, conduit, and electrical steel, and a conduit probe. That's not too bad, all right? So let's get ourselves out of ingots. What was the recipe? We need a machine chassis. So we need another gold, 4 gold, copper, and redstone. And I am going to change those recipes. I've decided that's just what I'm going to do. So let's do that, that, and this to get one of these guys. And then we need that like that. And 4 more steel. I think it's gated enough with the electrical steel, with the needing steel to make this part. So I don't think we actually really need to go out and, you know, make them require whole bunches of energy. All right, so let's put that there. And what else do we need? All right, so we need electrical steel. What the heck's electrical steel? Coal powder, coal dust, silicon, and iron. Oh, gosh. That's going to be a pain in the neck. Because that means we need a sag mill. All right, well, you know what? We'll do this manually for now, because the sag mill is going to be a pain in the neck, and I'm not certain how to do that. I don't even know if the Ender IO Silk... Yeah, okay, so it's there. Yeah, we can sag mill. All right, so we'd have to do the sag mill thing. That's a bit of a pain in the neck. Well, you know what? We already have this mostly done, so let's see what we need for a sag mill. It's going to be terrifying. We need obsidian, a pair of pistons, and some flint. Okay. So, yeah, okay, fine. Under building blocks, have any obsidian? Apparently not. All right, so I'll go grab some obsidian. We'll put this together. I'll be right back. All right, so we have our alloy smelter and our sag mill. Okay. Ta-da. All right, so let's chuck some sand in there. I put some flint in as a bonus output. So then let's see what we need for electrical steel. I know we're also probably going to need some coal dust as well. So let's get some coal. Unless I have some coal dust laying around somewhere. Let's take a look over here. And coal. Right, we're not doing that. We're over here. Should be under here. I got 2. All right. So how many do I need for the power monitor again? I need 6. Which means I technically need 4, because I already have 2 over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. And I need at least 4 silicon as well. Yeah, this base is actually turning out much more vertical, even than my other base that's mostly vertical. Also, I finally figured out how to do spiral staircases. Yeah. Took me long enough. All right, so we got some silicon. Okay, so we need 4. Oops. What is it doing? What is it cooking that into? Oh, God, okay. That is a pain in the neck. Thank you very much, computer. Right, I forgot about that. That's how you get nuggets in GregTech. Right. That's irritating. All right. So let's go 4. So I have 4 of that, 4 of that, and well, I need 6 of that. No, I need 4 of that, so I need 2 more coal dust. Okay. Right, I can math. Really, guys, I can math. It's early. It's early. Don't blame me. It's early. All right, so let's come back over to here. Let's see. Sag mill. Do that for me, please. Eins. That should turn into GregTech coal in about 10 seconds. And Zwei. Oh, and I got some extra. Awesome. All right, alloy smelter. Alloys only. Good. 4. 4. And then we go with that. And that's going to cook up painfully slowly. Painfully slowly. Mining laser. They made it shiny. Plasma launcher. That's cool. Wind meters. Nice. There's a lot of new stuff in this. They've added a lot to IC2 and given some stuff some cool new textures, too. Solenoid magnet. We will probably not be getting there in this series. Oh yeah, see, it turned into GregTech coal dust because of the unifiers. Which is cool. Don't get me wrong. I like it, actually. Like it quite a bit. So we have our little power system over here. You can see we're not quite keeping up with our power demand. But the rock crusher doesn't have anything in it right now, which is good. So we're just kind of powering this guy. And so this, once this guy's internal buffer fills up, this guy should start to fill up with power. See? And what we're going to do is we're going to actually make this a little bit easier to work with. So, as I figure out how to do it, because I put myself in kind of some weird space in here. That's okay. We can move it. The nice thing about this is that you can move all of this without making a huge mess. So let's pull that, and then let's put this guy... How the hell do I want to do this? Let's put him here. And of course, he's flickering like mad, but that's okay. And then we'll have our power output coming out like that, this, and then down here. Okay? And then we can wrench this, wrench that. Okay, good. So then we should have our last bit of electrical steel. Perfect. Okay. And part of the reason we're doing this is because my Thaumcraft Golem thing is requiring constant resetting, which means that I want to switch it to MFR. But I can't really switch it to MFR without having RF to power it, and that's a bit of a pain in the neck. So, okay. Let's take a look. What do we need to do now? Right, we're going to need to get ourselves another machine frame. Ha! All right, so we'll get copper. 4 of you. And redstone, probably in here. So let's go copper, 4 gold, and redstone. Oh, right, we're going to do this again. Ingots. And lathe that down. Again, the nice thing about the lathe is that it gives you back the dusts as a byproduct. All right? And I think it's 4 of these small piles turn back into something useful. All right? So you guys can see that that's lathing itself down. Nice. Okay. We're also going to need power monitor. We're going to need a conduit probe. We need 2 more electrical steel. Ha! Awesome. All right. So that's going to mean silicon, coal, iron. Okay. So let's get 2 more of this. We can cook this up while we're working on other stuff and getting the rest of this thing set. So that's not too bad. Put you in there. And let's go iron, 2 silicon, and sometime this month, this will turn into... No, we'll just do that. And that'll have enough power. Okay, good. Good. All right, so let's get back upstairs. Let's get this power monitor built because, you know, this is... Greg Tech makes everything more fun, right? Right. Well, I also don't have this set up so it's actually providing power to my main base, so that's part of the issue. Okie dokie. So, what are we doing next? Did we get... Right, we're waiting on this to pop out. Thank you. And right, because it gives you a full 8 instead. Right, okay. So we do this, we go like that, and we get ourselves... is it a hammer or a wrench that does it? It's a wrench. Thank you. And then 1, 2, 3, 4... 1 and 4 steel. There we go. Of course, my bronze blast furnaces are taken down right now, so I have to be a little bit more careful about this, but okay. So we'll pull that out. We'll put this guy here. We do this, and then we do this, and now we just need to get ourselves a conduit probe. Oi. All right. So for the conduit probe, we're going to also need, we need some glass panes, an insulated redstone conduit, which is redstone alloy smelter, silicon and redstone. Okay. So we need at least, no, we have some already. Would you look at that? Beautiful. Look at things that I didn't realize I actually had. So let's open this. We have some more conduit binder in there. That's beautiful. And do we have any glass in there? I thought I saw some glass in there too. We have some glass. Not really enough glass, but we have some glass. Okay. So let's go back to building blocks. Do we have any more glass? Yes, we do. Oh, even better, we have some glass panes. Ha! What do you think? Look at that. I actually am vaguely prepared for once. So we'll kill that. We'll go like this. And then we'll go with our conduit binders across the top. Like that. Gets us our conduit binder. And then we go like that. And then it goes like this. Let's just double check this. Oops. That in redstone, 2 electrical steel at the top. We need 2 silicon down here. And we also need a redstone comparator. So we need some sort of quartz crystal. I think I might have a little bit of nether quartz laying around. Yeah, I do. Look at that. Okay. And then what was the rest of that? Stone and 3 redstone torches. Okay. So let's see. Building blocks. 3 stone. And we're going to need some redstone torches. Do I have redstone on me? I think I have it in one of these chests here. Yeah, I do. Okay, good. And I'm going to need a saw and some of this. All right. So we go like this. We go like that. Like that. Like this. Oh, no, right. It's like this. We get that. We go like that. 1, 2, 3. We go like that. This, this, this. With this. And some of this gets ourselves a comparator. Awesome. Comparator. And let's go get our electrical steel. We should be all set and ready to actually build this thing. So what this will do is this will serve as like an auto-off system so that those steam engines don't run continuously. I don't think there's anything wrong with them running continuously, even if they're just wasting power while they do it. Yeah, because see, this guy's already charged. Look at that, all right? But these guys are fine. They're not actually building up any power. They're just kind of wasting it, all right? But the thing is that that's the same power line, the same steam line that's running our 2 turbines over in our workshop. So if we just leave those running on and on and on and on and on, we're going to have a problem. All right, because that means that we're basically just we're not going to have full steam going into that other building. All right, so let's connect that. Let's get our electrical steel across here for a conduit probe. Thank you very much. And we get ourselves a power monitor. All right, beautiful. Now, let's drop down here and let's see how this works. So the power monitor allows us to read the power inside an Ender IO or other RF system. All right. And we just have to connect it to one of the conduits that's on that system for it to work. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it right here. We're going to remove this. And we're going to put our power monitor right like that. Okay? So let me get rid of NEI for a minute. You can see here, capacitor bank storage is pretty high. But what I can do is switch to redstone. Engine control. Emit signal. Stop when signal. Okay. So I can say stop when storage greater than or equal to 99% full. All right. So you can see right now, it's turned off. Beautiful. However, if well, it should be fine. So right now it's turned off. When it gets below that 75% mark, it'll actually turn itself back on. Okay. So at that point, it'll start generating more power, and these steam engines will kick online. So it's basically now automatically managed. Beautiful. Right? I mean, I like it. I think it's really sweet. Yeah. Awesome. I built a barrel here. I actually have an upgrade in there that deletes things when it gets full, so we shouldn't have to worry about that. So yes, that's our basic power system for right now. We can do some more with this, of course. But for today, I think it's actually a pretty good place to stop. We're just going to throw the gravel in there, which actually might trigger this guy to kick back on. So when he gets below 750,000, he's going to actually turn himself back on, and those 4 steam engines will start running. Any second now. And come on, come on, come on, come on. Well, it's going to take a little bit while for him to do that, but that's neither here nor there. But you can see we are getting sand down here. Nice. We have some Certus quartz and some charged Certus quartz dust, which I think with a special GregTech machine, I can't do anything with. Actually, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this. I'm going to do this on camera. There we go. I'm going to do this on camera for you guys so you can watch me do this. There. Okay? That's what we just did. Just so that it has some sort of a use. You can see these guys are now running and doing their darndest to keep this thing powered. They're not quite doing it, but they're getting close enough. So yeah, there we go. And that's going to keep that running. That's going to keep that running. We can resort this a little bit. Hey, we have a lot of stuff going on down here. Yay. Okay. All right, guys. Anyways, this has been Mr. Kasarian. We didn't do Greg Tech today, but we did get some progress made. In the next episode, we're going to be doing some more progress. Yay, more progress. All right, guys. Hopefully, I'll see you in the next episode. This has been Mr. Kasarian. And until next time, happy mining.